have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, here's Stidham. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Huge loss there. Cameron Jordan, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now Stidham on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust, because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong. In that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field, so you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find it, and he did there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, report! Report! Hey, Ozzy! Sit up!
Jackson. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up, but I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
2nd and goal from the 1. Mahomes takes it himself, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Kamara trying the right side. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give to Kamara running right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 70. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. And they'll turn to Kamara. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for it after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
Tyrann Mathieu showing off a bit on that stop. Really nice tackle for loss. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he is going to lose yardage here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Free. Hill fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And some space here. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He was brought down by Kyle Hamilton. A 14-yard gain. It's 14.
Hey, report! Report!
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that will agree on much, but one place they find common ground You've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
43!
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle with Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Harris will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A three-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no three-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit.
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, don't fumble the football.
Touchdown, Falcons! Austin Eckler with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from going up by 30. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's got room. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Falcons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. The Jackson going to run again. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And Chubb try the middle here. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Allen. He'll get it inside the 20, down the left sideline. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Mahomes now on the sneak, and he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try and run with Harris. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Keenan Allen, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 26. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And they'll turn to Kamara. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a give running left is Eckler. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Hey, 57, color. All right. Hey, 43.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And now off to the races down the right side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember. At least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you I mean,
Yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Real quick.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Falcons come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a